Hey guys, it's Grim and welcome back to another video. First of all, I'd like to say yes, this is my very first Fortnite video. Now, this is kind of exciting for me because I play Fortnite. Of course I played it before, but I've never really gotten too into it. But today I know you all want like a regular gameplay video where I get a victory royale. Promise you guys, it's probably not gonna happen. Not gonna get a victory royale anytime soon. So instead, I got you a season 6 theory video, as you probably have already guessed from the title. But this is all that matters right now. Okay, first of all, if you're new to the channel, definitely leave a like and comment down below. I'll make a part 2 of this if we reach like 100 subs. But yeah, let's jump right into it. Definitely subscribe and turn on the notifications to join the notification squad, so you'll have a chance of becoming inside one of my videos. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Okay. So I'd like to start it off for the people who don't play Fortnite that much. There are 3 major entities, well, not just don't play Fortnite that much, just generally, just they don't know about these guys. 3 major entities. One of them is the Blockbuster. He's very famous, known among many people. And so that's the first guy. You know him, it's the dude who launched the rocket. Second of all is the Visitor. Now this guy is way more properly well known. He's known as the dude who stopped the rocket from hitting Tilted Towers. Everyone knows about it, but I won't get into all of that part of my theory just yet. And the third entity, a new guy known as the Traveler. Now this guy is very curious because no one knows exactly what or who he is, but his name hints something about his story, Traveler. Think about it. My theory is that he came through the rift, like most of other stuff in Season 5. Now, Season 5 was a crazy theory, but from what I see and hear, Season 6 is gonna be even better. Hence the giant freaking cube in Fortnite now that attacks you when you shoot at it. But okay, so now that you guys know the 3 major entities, let's get into the story of the Blockbuster. So, the Blockbuster, well, this is his origin story. Where did he come from? Answer that question. He came from Dusty's meteor. So that's a very curious thing actually, because I've always found it weird that the meteor itself is red while the hop rocks, if you don't play Fortnite, hop rocks are little like rocks in the meteor area. They're blue, unlike the meteor itself, which is red. I've always found this weird and wondered why, and thought maybe Epic just wanted to make them cooler. And, well, maybe they did, I thought at that time, and then it turns out that no, they actually had a very good reason, and that reason appears later on in Season 5, which I'll get into in a moment, after I go into the Visitor's story. Well, let's be honest, no one really knows where the Visitor comes from. We just know a little bit about him and his actions. And his actions will define him right now in this video. So, everybody knows that the Visitor is one of the good guys. That's common knowledge, really, among Fortniters. It should totally be like a meme or something. So, how do you know that he's a good guy? Here's the thing. He first appeared, his major appearance was when The Blockbuster launched his rocket. It was gonna destroy Tilted. It was aiming at Tilted. If you weren't playing or didn't see any clips of that happening, which is honestly very unlikely, because well, it's like the most popular clip right now about the rocket. So chances are you've seen it. But in case you haven't, it was aiming straight at Tilted Towers. It was coming from, I don't remember which direction. Was it like, I think it was like from here, I think, from this mountain. It was coming from this direction, aiming onto Tilted Towers. Then suddenly a weird rift appeared and it blew it off into another side and just went into the sky and caused the giant crack. So that, my friends, is known as the start of Season 5. This was very popular. Everybody wanted to play Season 5 after that, and Fortnite became even more popular than it already was. That's even possible. So Epic Games, I have to give it to you guys. You really impressed everyone. Like, no, seriously. Everyone is super impressed with your game. Even if they don't like it, they have to admit that it is the best game right now. If anyone from Epic is watching this, just good job. However, let's move on. So, the visitor saved Tilted Towers from the destructive powered rocket, using his supposed legendary power to control the rift. Using this low power of his, he managed to save Tilted forever. Just kidding, not forever. He managed to save Tilted from the Blockbuster's second attempt. And did I mention, by the way, that him coming down the meteor was also the visitor saving Tilted Towers? Because my theory is the meteor, when it was aimed by the Blockbuster, was aiming straight onto Tilted Towers. But the visitor saved us back then, saved Tilted back then, by making sure that doesn't happen. And he did, and it worked. He managed to just make the meteor go ever so slightly to the right, and that saved Tilted from utter demolition that was powerful enough to make a hole in the sky, or a crack in the sky. But that's not my main point here. One of the things I was fascinated by was the fact that, well, when the visitor was trying to save Tilted Towers, he used all of his rift energy simply just to move a rocket. Just imagine how hard, when you're thinking like, used all of its energy just to move a rocket. Well, could you guys move a rocket? Probably not. But my point is, it must have taken a lot of hard work to move an entire freaking rocket from one direction to the other. So this is definitely proven by the fact that a giant crack came in the sky. So yeah, that is one of the most important things in the game right now. And after that, well, Season 5 began. But let's not go too much into detail right now about that. So, proof, I think, that it's the Blockbuster's fault. Not the visitor who saved Tilted. I have proof of that. I'm not just saying anything. My proof is that, well, you guys, you saw it. If you saw it, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. There was a rift. There was just like a miniature rift that moved the rocket and caused the giant explosion in the sky. It was pretty cool, and it's very cool to watch. So here's what the fact that the rift came, that's proof that the visitor saved us. I mean, pretty much everyone can agree that the visitor is the one who saved the towers. It's pretty much decided by the entire Fortnite community. So there's no need to talk too much about that, and I'm just wasting time for the video. An excuse to make this longer, apparently. So what matters is the cube. The cube now is one of the incredible. It was earlier in this video here, so actually I should go back to it. Actually, the cube is incredible. I mean, no one can argue that it is very fascinating, actually. And well, frankly, without the cube, Fortnite wouldn't be nearly as interesting. So here's what I think. So, if you guys watched the clip before of the cube being formed, you probably already have an idea about my next idea slash theory. So, damn it, the cube's way over there. Is it? I don't even know where the cube is at this point. What matters is, you saw the rift in the sky now is gone. It's gone. It's not a rift in the sky. It's a crack in the sky. It's gone. Voila, poof. It's gone forever. So what happened was the rift's energy came crashing down in a giant bolt of thunder, raging absolutely mad thunder, and it was incredible, I have to admit. I watched it several times and I was impressed by the reality in it. I mean, I almost believed it was real. Damn it, the cube's way on the other side. I almost actually believed it was real. Of course, it was just a game, so it couldn't be real. But what matters is the reality went into it. I just have to, just watching it, you just have to appreciate that. Epic went through all of this effort just to make their game realistic. And I have to admit, they succeeded very well. I mean, I almost bought it at first, that was real. And then I was like, wait, these graphics suck. This is Fortnite. And I discovered very well that it is. Okay, just kidding, I'm not that stupid. I mean, I know it, but it was very realistic, and the thunder effects are realistic too, I have to admit. You guys probably already know all of this, but here's what you don't know. So, I made this little connection here. So, what was the rift's energy from? Ah, the cube's right over here. What was the rift's energy from? From the visitor, right? So, all the energy just cracking down into a cube, that's big stuff. That's visitor approved stuff. Now, a lot of people in the Fortnite community can agree on one thing. The cube here is alive. It is definitely alive. 100% living. And that's very interesting, because that shows you that the probability of season 6 being amazing is over 9,000. But what I'm really trying to say here, it's alive. It breathes. This cube. It moves with us. It moves. Well, not with us, but it moves. In general, it moves. And you've probably seen recordings or seen it yourself. While it was moving, I saw it several times. And I have to admit, it's amazing to watch. It just turns over. It turns itself over and moves. And that is very interesting. So, it is alive. And here's a little thing that most people are gonna think it's far-fetched, but I entirely buy it. I mean, I made this theory up, so it makes sense that I buy it. Here's what I think. I think that the visitor is the cube, or at least inside the cube. I mean, I've actually went inside of the cube before, so I've seen no visitor in there. But the cube is alive, guys. That's something that we have to stop ignoring and saying it's evil, it's gonna destroy us all. And something else I wanted to talk about is the symbols here. There are theories going on that the symbols here are places that the cube's gonna destroy. Guys, it's the visitor, okay? You don't have to worry, he's not gonna destroy anything. But then I realized something. One of the symbols, specifically this one, kind of looks a bit like Flush Factory. I mean, you have to admit, you see the similarity, right? See that? Now see this. Yes, it's just turned around, but it looks very similar. So, they might have done something. I'm not sure what, but because I think that it would be a bit weird to make it so that the cube's destroying stuff, considering that it was made by the visitor. But it might have, if it does destroy stuff, then my theory behind that is that it was the Blockbuster's rocket, right? So it wouldn't be too far-fetched if the Blockbusters somehow managed to find a way to control it. So now this theory, yeah, I personally think that it doesn't make too much sense. I guess. I mean, I'm just desperate to find out what's happening to my Fortnite map. I mean, Epic did confess that they truly are working on a new map. However, they didn't say whether it was on for Battle Royale mode or if it was for Save the World. I'm not sure yet. No one knows. But that's about all I know, actually. That's the major things that I know. Not everything I know. So something else I wanted to go into was the motel sign. Most of you guys already know about it if you've been into here in this general area. You already know that there's something incredible over there, and I will I'm about to show you right now what it is. Thunder. I'm not even kidding. And if you have the Battle Pass or have done the Battle Pass challenges, then you know that there are, you know, the loading screen where weird monsters are coming out from over there on the motel sign and the road trip challenges. Now I'm about to show you guys. I mean, okay, guys, just listen. Listen to these sounds. Not the minigun sounds. The cube sounds. They're realistic. I believe it's alive. It has to be and is alive. But I'll be back in just a second, guys. Damn, Merry Christmas. Nah. Hey guys, I'm back. So before heading on to the mysterious lightning motel sign, I wanted to show you guys there is a popular theory going on about an ancient Egyptian pyramid in Loot Lake. So I wanted, you can only see it while gliding. So I got this rift to go, and I'm going to use it to see it from up here. Now I can't see anything from that point of view, so I have to kill myself. Okay, this is a long fall. Okay. Let's go. We're gliding down. Yeah, can you see just barely some outlines over there? See those? Yeah, people are starting to speculate that those are gonna be a ginormous pyramid. Look, don't ask me, guys. I didn't come up with this stuff. A giant pyramid coming out of Loot Lake. I don't know. Apparently, well, people believe that. I'm not making this stuff up. in case you're wondering. Yes, it is weird, a bit weird, very weird, but I'm not making stuff up. And if you go here, it's absolutely gone. So I'm trying to when you do it like this, trying to see if there's like anything rising out of the ground. What do you find? You find so many nothings coming out of the ground. So it's definitely not glitch though. It's been in the game for a long while. So everyone knows at this point it's not a glitch. There's something in Loot Lake, something, but I don't know, a giant pyramid. Come on, guys. Seriously. Anyways, so that's about it for the Loot Lake theory, which I also had on my list of stuff about season 6. So maybe, who knows? Maybe there's gonna be a giant pyramid here at season 6. I'm really looking forward to seeing the trailer. It's very close, you guys. Just have to be patient, and it's gonna come. Anyways, I'm just gonna cut ahead to the motel sign area. Okay, see ya. Okay guys, I'm back. I finally made it to the legendary motel sign. Supposedly when you hit it, brings out thunder. Wait. Any thunder? Any thunder? Damn it! I just saw someone do it. And when they did it, thunder came out. Why do I not get thunder? But there are a lot of rifts here though, so that's something. But other than that, no thunder, sadly. So, okay, other than that, what else do I have to do? Yeah. So, Halloween is coming quickly, guys. Not very quickly, but it's coming in general. So, we're just gonna have to make an event for that. Last Halloween, if you guys remember, they added Haunted Hills and, well, and a few skins like the Skull Trooper skin. Skull Trooper skin is incredibly rare. It was only available for Halloween. And if you didn't get it, well, I'm sorry. You won't get another chance. So the old players who had enough V-Bucks to buy the Skull Trooper are incredibly proud of it and would really hate it if it came back. Because now pretty much anyone can buy it. I mean, everyone has at least like 12,000 V-Bucks. So they'll have enough to buy a little Skull Trooper. So that's something I don't think Fortnite is gonna add. However, I do think they're probably gonna add something Halloween-y. As well, there are rumors of extra snow being added. Already there's a lot of snow in the Viking village area right over here. I mean, even in the map you can see it. It's densely covered in snow. That's one of the greatest things about the Fortnite map. It's constantly changing. And that's pretty much the reason it's one of the best games in the world. It's constantly changing, you guys. Every day it's different. The slightest difference, it still matters. So, speaking of reasons Fortnite is famous, the reason Fortnite is gonna add, you're probably thinking the same thing. Well, Graham, that seems like a bit too much for one season, don't you think? Yes, I do think so. It's like brutal season overkill. But at the same time, it makes sense. Cause season 6 is gonna run through November. So if you guys aren't very good game, I just don't have a lot of info concerning gaming. You guys probably don't already know that around that time of the year, a lot of games are gonna come up. Like a lot of them. I know I seriously mean a lot. So so like I'll give you examples like Black Ops 4, which also has Battle Royale in it, in case you guys were wondering. Though why you would wonder that, I don't know. It does have Black Ops 4 and many other games like Battlefield, which I'm looking forward to actually, and well, pretty much every other game in the world. So Fortnite, I mean, definitely wants to stay on top. So the only way to do that really is to make the biggest season Fortnite has ever seen. The players will be wowed by it. Even Epic themselves are gonna be wowed by it. So that's my theory, guys. That's pretty much everything I have to this video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, which I hope is gonna be Fortnite related in general. I plan on doing Fortnite, don't worry guys. So I'll see you all next time. Damn, Merry Christmas. Now. Anyways, hey guys, so before